Ask how things would have been?
No.
Ask about what Maggie did?
How things would have been. Yes, this one. Yeah.
What do you mean things would have been over and done with?
I use all that or what? I'm talking about the cash. I was about to get my $100,000. I was about to get my $100,000 back. That's all. I'm a businessman. I was coming all together before the waitress got in the way.
As far as I can tell from the witness's testimony, other than recouping his loan, Mr. Tigre had no motive for killing the victim. Witness, you amend your testimony to reflect what you just said. Okay, here we go. Yes, you did. You very much had reason.
You passed it. No, you didn't pass it. It's up there. What am I doing?
What are you doing? Yikes.
That was not it.
Oh wait, where's the car? That means I did pass the car.
Wait, why do you mean pass? I thought you were talking about MC Bomber.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, it has to be MC Bomber, right? See?
So you just intended to get back the $100,000 Mr. Elg owed you, correct?
I loaned the guy the cash. That's my right.
Unfortunately for Mr. Elg, I don't believe the $100,000 is what you were after.
Where are you getting that, Trey? What else would my lender be after if the money?
Oh, the moneylender was after money, but money in a totally different league. Kind of money that a single disc like this would fetch.
Eh?
What is that? A computer virus, Your Honor. A virus called MC Bomber. A computer virus? What does one of those do? Mr. Wright, let's go explain this again.
Yep.
Okay, just for you, Your Honor. A computer virus is a program that wreaks havoc on the insides of a computer. A computer? What does one of those do? I guess the beard isn't the only part of His Honor that is from the Stone Age.
Nice.
I'll explain it later, Your Honor. Right now, this is the important point. A virus like MC Bomber would be worth several $1 million on the black market. Several $1 million! Lending money with no hope of ever seeing repayment would normally be bad for business. But in this case, the very fact that Glenn Oak had no way to repay the money is crucial. What? Glenn Oak was a programmer, a highly skilled one in that. That skill was the collateral Mr. Oak put up in order to borrow the money.
You're trying to suggest the witness motives to get a hold of that program.
Exactly.
The witness may have poor fashion sense, but he is by no means an idiot, Trey. A man like him could get his hands on $1 million without resorting to murder.
Of course he could, provided that he had time. But what if he needed the money right now? When the pressure's on, the luxury of choice tends to disappear. It seems you have a logical conclusion for this theory, Mr. Wright. Would you care to share it with us? Why did Mr. Tigre need money to the tune of $1 million?
Crash. No.
That's not it. I'm trying to find it, that's the thing. Like, where is it? This?
One more? Oh, I guess it's that then.
Like, weren't the car papers here?
They used to be.
Didn't we have it? We don't have it anymore.
Let's just go with the...
I guess this?
Yep.
In December of last year, you found yourself in need of a huge amount of money. About 6 months ago, you were involved in a traffic accident, weren't you? An accident involving a car and a scooter, in which a young woman was injured. She was taken to the hospital, where she underwent surgery.
Where did you get all this info?
These medical papers document the treatment of the young woman in question. According to these, her operation cost $1 million.
$1 million?
Payment for these expenses was due in December of last year, and was paid in full. $1 million! A preposterous sum! Someone should sue these HMOs!
Ha! No one would like to pay a bill like that. The medical association got wind of it. The hospital is dead as a morgue.
But Mr. Tigre had no choice but to pay, because his very life depended on it.
Yeah!
Order! 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 You say his life depended on it, Mr. Wright. Indeed it did. Simply because the injured woman was none other than Viola Cadaverini.
Did you say Cadaverini?
You bet I did. Bruno Cadaverini, mob boss in charge of all the underworld activities in the city, and doting grandfather to his precious Violetta, also known as Viola Cadaverini. Your life was in danger unless you paid compensation to the boss, correct? It makes sense. You were so desperate to acquire the $1 million Cadaverini demanded of you. So desperate, in fact, that you decided to sacrifice Glen Elg's life to pay your debt.
I don't have to talk so I can continue watching videos.
On the day of the murder, Mr. Tigre's sole intention was to get his hands on this CD. Glen Elg had no way of paying back the $100,000, and Mr. Tigre knew it. But then a miracle happened. The kind that Mr. Tigre would prefer to say never happened, but he can't. Neither can I.
The lottery win?
Exactly. At the 11th hour, Mr. Elg won $500,000 on the lottery. Which left Mr. Tigre with no way of getting his hands on the all-important CD. At least, no legitimate way.
The size of murder!
So he resorted to legitimate means. Like murder!
That's crazy!
He murdered Glen Elg, and then made his next move. To frame Maggie Bird for the crime. Mr. Tigre posed as Glen Elg, while Viola Cadaverini played the role of Miss Bird. And then they reenacted the whole thing, in order to establish a witness. The witness being the one we all heard testify yesterday, Mr. Victor Kudo.
Like I said, Trent, that's crazy! No one could pull off a stunt like that. For starters, there's no way the ship would have kept out there.
But Mr. Armstrong knew all about it. Have you forgotten already, Mr. Godo? Mr. Armstrong owed the witness money too. $500,000, in fact. He had no choice but to go along with Mr. Tigre's plan. Order! Order! Silence or I clear the court!
You've put on a good show, Spiky. If you want to stay alive in loan shopping as this, you gotta be careful. You say I just look like a kid, way to create a witness, frame someone? If I did something crazy like that, I'd leave a trail as bright as my shirt. I ain't dumb enough to do something sloppy like that.
I agree.
Huh?
Despite your appearance, you were very careful. That's why you took one more precaution. One more trick to make sure Miss Bird had no way out. What? Another one, Mr. Wright!
Interesting. Why did you feel this all like, Mr. Wright? What was the trick you said, Mr. Tiger? You know what to do.
Yep.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's the wrong one.
What?
And? What's the relevance of that, Trey?
It's, just a little intro.
An intro to what?
It seems all this has been his elaborate trick on the part of the defense. Ow!
Told you it was the badge.
God damn it! No, wait! Like get this wrong, it's gonna cost all my health. What on earth is that?
Told you.
What an insult to think anyone could be fooled by such a childish imitation. Consider yourself insulted, Your Honor. Mr. Tigre, you didn't just pose as the victim on the day in question. A month ago in this very court, you posed as me! What? That's the truth. But the witness looks nothing like you, Mr. Wright. Although, now that I think about it, it was you, wasn't it? No doubt it was you. Standing in here this very court a mere month ago. The Phoenix Wright who put the most disreputable, shabby defense I'd ever seen.
Hear me roar!
Thanks, Draco. What?
Can't prove that, Gramps. Prove the attorney who represents the accuser a month ago was this man. Are you prepared to take the stand and testify it was him?
Oh! Hey.
Forget about it, yeah? I want to do something like that. I want to do something like that. Not me. You made a mistake, right? Or someone else, huh?
Have you no pride, sir?
This isn't a matter of pride. In case you didn't know, Trey, here in court we deal with people's lives.
Nah. Mr. Godo is right. Your Honor, speaking for myself, I'm absolutely convinced. The attorney in question was the witness standing here before me now. However, I preside over this court as the judge, with the vested power to hand down a verdict. Someone in my position cannot be swayed by a memory without evidence to support it. No!
You think the judge's memory would be enough, but...
If the defense has no further evidence, the court will now excuse the witness. The circumstances surrounding Mr. Tigre are dubious for sure, but not conclusive.
We've come so far. You say he impersonated Glen Elk. You say he impersonated you. But none of that adds up to a murder charge. You don't have sure evidence to prove that the witness poisoned the victim's coffee.
No!
Sucks to be you, right? Don't mess with a tiger, else you can get mauled. You understand that?
All I managed to do here was chase him around a bit. I was so close to getting him to admit his own guilt.
Looks like I won't be needing a refill.
If I just had one more piece of evidence, and maybe I could get Maggie off the hook.
Oh, who's gonna come in just in time to ruin everything?
Probably no one. The witness's cross-examination's over. You're free to go, Mr. Tigre.
Hold it! Hold it, pal! Your Honor, sir. Wait!
Detective? Detective Gumshoe!
Sorry it took so long, pal. I stick everything on this. My badge works. So here it is. My heart's counting on this too.
What is it, Detective?
Isn't it all this, pal? It's a final decisive piece of evidence.
What?
Yay! Video game. January? I did it again, didn't I? Oh fuck.
You keep doing that.
I do, don't I?
Boop.
Sorry it took so long, pal, but I finally got the results you required.
The results?
But the prince, pal, from the medicine ball.
Oh, so? Do you know who the prince belonged to now?
Do you think I'm some kind of hack detective? Of course I know.
So, tell us. They're tigers, right? I knew it.
You bet. Clear as crystal, all over the bottle. For your tigers, paw prints all around. All right.
That's great. We've got him now, Nick. What's wrong with you? You probably haven't worked since Detective you got here. He's laying everything on the line for this, Nick.
I know. Look, I'm sorry. This is kind of hard to say, but it really doesn't make any difference whose prints are on that bottle now.
Huh? What? Why not?
What we need to produce at this stage of the trial is irrefutable evidence that the tiger put poison in Glen Oak's coffee. He's already admitted that he met the victim. The fact that his prints are on this bottle, it really doesn't make any difference now.
Ugh. I knew it. Great. No matter how hard I try, I'm never getting any use.
Hey, don't be so hard on yourself.
This is our last chance to help Maggie. And I've been working on some useless piece of evidence the whole time. It's alright. I'm a real loser. It's not breaking news to me, pal.
Detective Gumshoe? Maggie! You've been working on something for me?
Sorry I let you down, Maggie. I know you didn't do it. I'm not a detective. You're supposed to be able to prove stuff like that. I'm really sorry. I'll get you out of here now.
Detective Gumshoe, wait!
He's gone.
Is there anything we can do now, Nick?
I wish there was. She worked so hard to get that evidence. If only there was some way I could use it. Small bottle put into pocket. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor? I granted you a recess so you could prepare this decisive evidence you discovered. Yeah. About that.
Don't keep us all in suspense now. Show us. We can assume it's evidence that'll actually stand up in court, can't we?
Think, Phoenix. Don't let Gumshoe's hard work go to waste.
How much more of my time are you gonna waste? I ain't been in a court before. But you's lie shouldn't have to blow things out of proportion.
No doubt, given the nature of the evidence, it will speak for itself. Nevertheless, you will talk us through it, Mr. Wright. Well, I know I can't prove anything new with this evidence. I'm really backed into a corner here. Maybe if he thinks he's got me beat, he'll let his guard down a bit. Don't keep us waiting any longer, Mr. Wright. Present this final decisive piece of evidence to the court. Present the bottle. Here we go.
Yep.
This is the defense's final piece of evidence. Isn't that the victim's? Your Honor, naturally, the court is already aware of the contents of this bottle. However, interesting new information has come to light. We have clearly identified some fingerprints on it. Fingerprints belonging to you, Mr. Tigre.
What?
But, Mr. Wright, what conclusion are you hoping to draw from this new information? Everyone in here knows what this bottle contains. Except one man. One person in this courtroom should theoretically be in the dark.
The prints on that fancy looking bottle? Is that what you said? Well, what the hell's in there anyway?
A phony trial, a phony lawyer, and phony clues. Everything about this case has been phony. Seems like the perfect excuse for some phony evidence. Mr. Tigre, this is a decisive piece of evidence that would prove your guilt. Why? Because it contains...
Strong potassium cyanide. Yeah?
Yeah, let's lie. This poison... Ugh. This is the bottle containing the potassium cyanide. Potassium cyanide? The poison used to murder Mr. L, Your Honor. The victim's killer used this very bottle. And on this bottle, Mr. Tigre, we found your fingerprints. Well, how do you explain that?
You make a good clown, you know that,
What?
Yous ain't never gonna get to the stick. Yous just making me laugh now. You think a cheap bluff like that's gonna fool the tiger?
A bluff?
You can see straight through you, Mr. Phoenix, right? That ain't the bottle with cyanide in it.
No, this is totally the bottle we found traces of the poison in.
Don't mess with the tiger. You're gonna get ripped to shreds. Cyanide bottle was brown. It was made of glass. That cheap piece of trash don't look nothing like it.
Good job.
Yay.
Ah, shit.
Wow. He's an idiot. I better write this down in my close-up journal. Got him. At last.
Ja-jang!
What? Why is everyone gone quiet? I said, but...
Is this the bottle you're referring to?
Yeah, that's it. That's the bottle with the sign I was in. But you ain't gonna find my prints on that bottle. Don't let that cozy looking soup fool you people. That's just lie playing games. Tell him, Goto. Tell that guy where to go. You still haven't figured it out, yeah? Don't you realize what you just said? What I say? What did I just say?
You were summoned to court for the first time earlier today. If you really had nothing to do with the murder, you should have known all the little details. For instance, you should have known what kind of bottle the potassium cyanide was in. But just now you slipped up in front of every single person in this courtroom. You described the exact bottle used by the killer to hold the poison.
You still don't know who you're messing with. I'm the tiger. I control millions of dollars on the black market. You think I'm gonna let some jumped-up suit get the better of me?
Sure, the last piece of evidence was phony. But that's just what you deserve. The phony trial with a phony lawyer is all played out by you, the biggest phony of all.
Kaboom! Okay. Huh?
What's going on?
Looks,
Looks like a blackout.
well done, Troy. Hey. I assume a 17 cup of coffee just for you.
Ow.
Savor it.
It burns.
Well, you watch your cage prey. Good job!
Right? You caught a tiger by his toe, but if this one hollers, he won't be let go.
Yay!
I've been working on that one for months. Aren't you proud of me? The prosecution will be sure to take care of Mr. Tigre, won't you, Mr. Godo?
He's being arrested on suspicion of murder of Mr. Glenno.
Fortunately for us, we managed to rectify a very grave error. Miss Berg was found guilty in the absence of a genuine defense attorney. Yes, she was.
And in the absence of genuine evidence, the tiger may have one mistake.
Indeed! He very nearly got away with it if it wasn't for the one slip of the tongue. Furio Tigre is a truly frightening criminal.
Love it how it ends. True front. Is that defense attorney over there?
Godo. Well, I'm now in a position to deliver my verdict. This court finds the defendant, Maggie Bird, not guilty.
We did it! You won! Congratulations!
That is all! Court is adjourned. Everyone get out.
Get the fuck out of my house!
This isn't the court. This isn't the judge's house, though.
It can be.
Why?
I don't know. Mr. Wright! I'm at a loss for words. Thank you, sir. Congratulations, Maggie. I was so mad when Mr. Wright landed me in all that trouble a month ago, but now I feel like I can forgive him.
Hey, that wasn't me, Maggie. That was the tiger.
Look, Nick, in the doorway.
Detective Gumshoe?
Oh, guess I'll be heading off then. See you around, pal.
Wait!
Detective Gumshoe? Oh yeah! Congratulations, Maggie. Thanks. I knew you were innocent all along. Why didn't you say that in your testimony then? Well, I was Well, I guess I'll be heading off then. See you around.
Wait up, detective! He just ran off.
Maggie, why are you being so hard on him? He busted his butt for you. It's thanks to him that we got the medication bottle. That wasn't even in use. But it's only because Mr. Ray uses it so cleverly. Thinking she was just running around in circles.
Poor guy.
Looks like she still isn't.
Looks like she still isn't ready to forgive him.
Whoopsie.
Can't you put in a good word for him, Nick?
Yeah, Maya's right. I should help Gumshoe out. It's clear he needs it. Maggie? You know, Detective Gumshoe's really worried about you throughout all this.
I don't want to believe that, sir. But on that first day of the trial, he practically gave the judge a free pass to lock me up.
He didn't have any choice, Maggie. He's a detective. He has to report the facts.
He doubted me. That's why. He thought I must have done it.
I've got to prove to her that Gumshoe really cares about her. I know. I'll give her a little present to celebrate her freedom.
Delicious! Medicine!
Delicious.
I heard your eardrums are treating out of this.
Here you are. A present to celebrate your freedom.
That's...
A present from Detective Gumshoe. Made with a ton of love.
He said you last week and was worried about you. Detective Gumshoe. I actually really like weenies, you know. Did you guys hear that? I'm pretty hungry myself, you know.
Yeah, the trial dragged on a bit today, didn't it?
Damn it!
Is it okay if I eat this now?
CG?
CG!
So, how's Maggie? It's really good.
So the case of Phony versus Genuine comes to an end. Finally. False allegations surrounding Maggie have all been cleared up.
Delicious.
And who knows? Maybe a whole new chapter of her life is about to start.
Alright, and then I guess when we're doing the preview of the next one as well.
Probably.
Yep. So predictable.
I know.
Brand new episode has been added.
Turnabout
Oh,
beginnings.
funny.
Hmm. Oh, hey, artwork.
Yay.
Oh yeah, there's been artwork for these things.
Ew.
Turnabout beginnings.
The girl, let her go. Shut up. Come closer and I kill her. Sorry, but you're not going to get the chance. Kablamo! Phoenix Attorney.
I'm reading through the file of an old court case. It was the first case of my longtime mentor, Mia Fey.
Fugitive data. Picture. Name, Terry
Terry
Falls.
Charge, kidnapping, murder. Sentence, death penalty. Good God. Fugitive movements.
After escaping, Falls met with and then murdered Sergeant Valerie Hawthorne. Recaptured on an Eagle Mountain about 8 hours after his escape. Hawthorne?
Hawthorne. Our very first client was the death row inmate who had recently broken out of prison. That was a whole year before me and I ever met. Six years earlier, Mia Fey, first trial.
February.
I'd say that's a suitable note to end on.
Maybe. Who knows?
Anyways, that's Cad.
Random today.
Gonna sign out.
Probably.